Thomas Hill, J. Leon Love. Canelo Alvarez. He lost to Floyd, real lopsided loss. He's returning against Alfredo Anuglo, big puncher here in Vegas. What do you guys think of that comeback fight for him?
I think it'll be a good comeback fight for him, and he'll overcome it. I mean, Floyd is a different style of fighter compared to the fighters that's out there now.
Yeah.
So I think Canelo will come back and be great how he was before.
I mean, I think, Canelo's going to continue to be a star in the sport. You know what I mean? He's just faced one of the greatest fighters that ever laced up the gloves. So, somebody had to lose, and it was, the younger guy. But that was just experience right there. Yeah. And, I mean, like I said, he has a huge fan base. He has a great style of fighting. He's a very exciting fighter. I mean, I don't think that hurt him at all. I think that actually, just showed that, he's a very good challenger out there, and, there's so much more for him. But I think he'll be victorious over Angulo.
I remember I talked to you when Canelo beat Josecito Lopez. You're like, man, boy looks sharp. Then I asked you, I said, well, how would that Canelo do against Floyd? You say, no chance at all. No. It's like you knew that.
Yeah.
What was it about that you knew Floyd would be too much for him?
I've shared the ring with Floyd, never Canelo, but you know what I mean? As a boxer, you just kind of know, you know what I mean? I've seen what Floyd can do, behind the scenes, you know what I mean? And it's just a different level, man. The way this man adjusts, you just don't know what you're going to get. Monday you may spar him, and you may get an aggressive fighter, you know what I mean? And then Wednesday may come around and you may get the slickest thing you ever seen. You know what I'm saying? So you just don't know. You don't know, and it's always something different. And the style of Canelo, a boxer puncher, and I just thought that Floyd just had too much experience, too much ring intelligence, and would be too much for him.
Now, getting back to Angulo, Angulo, he showed against a lot of people, even in Laura in his last fight, that devastating power. He dropped Laura twice, had him hurt. I mean, is that a legitimate, how big of a risk is that for Canelo, that punch, of Angulo's?
I think it's very risky. I mean, always fighting a puncher. You got to be smart, and I think the team that Canelo has around him, and Canelo, a very intelligent fighter and a team. So they know what's at stake. They know that this man can punch, and one punch type knockout power. So I think they respect that, but they know how to get around it, and I think they'll do what they have to do that.